podcast.
Hi, welcome to the podcast. The world's number one tennis
Mate, we should
podcast.
get all these in here, like outtakes. Is it running?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you started running it?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see it, I don't have my glasses on. I was just joking around. Wait.
So, let's have a look over the matches today. Some big upsets on the cards. Titty Pass, Shapovalov. Not one that either of us predicted. Jesus. Goffin destroyed Radu Albot.
Yeah, well, we saw that come in. That's a predictable
that was one we predicted. The one that we were opposed to.
To be fair, today in general, like, I think I would have done quite well. To say if I was gambling on these, I think I'd have had a very good day. I picked a few of the upsets. I saw the whole Rudd thing. Didn't really fancy Isner. He's so hit and miss, and if he makes it to a tie break, and as you know, tie breaks, it's like 50-50 anyway.
The first two sets though, so
yeah.
I'm not sure.
Don't get me wrong, he's a class player, but he's very much one of them serve. He needs his serve always.
I mean, he's 2 match points, and threw 2 match points away.
I don't really like that style of tennis at all. So I'm just very against it. So for me, it's difficult for me really to get up for him. So I usually do back the other guy. Within reason.
I know what you mean, but
because I think they've got the capability to be outplayed tennis-wise. Like if you get a real skilled player, especially on the clay court.
Are you saying that's not a real skill then?
It is a skill, but like you know what I mean. Technically, is his tennis really great?
If every time Federer hit a backhand, it was a winner every single time, that wouldn't become boring.
Yeah, but that's different altogether. That's different. I know it's still part of the game.
Every return of serve, he hit a winner. Is that entertaining?
No, but that's not possible, is it? No one does that.
How do you know it's not possible?
What, to hit every serve?
Listen, I'm saying if you turn the table and it's not someone serving a winner every time, it's someone hitting a winner off a return. Is that less interesting?
No, it's probably the same sort of thing, to be honest.
Well,
but it's not feasible. What I'm saying is you can literally get players who have a serve and they'll hide behind their serve because that's the only thing they've really got about in their game. Obviously, they've got a little bit of they've got tennis now, so like where they're able to do stuff. But without their serve, ultimately there would be they wouldn't be in the top 100 maybe.
Maybe you're right.
And it's like with your point saying, would it be still boring if say Federer just hit backhands winners all the time? No, it wouldn't be boring because that is literally to do that. It's impossible. No one does that. You can't obviously always hit forehand winners.
It's impossible to hit aces all the time.
It's not, but they're able to hit at a higher level. It's different. You got it wrong. I know what I'm saying is right, and you can't really justify what you're saying.
He doesn't serve an ace every time. He just improves his chances of winning the game.
Yeah,
he's perfected one part of the game. That's all it is.
Okay, so do you enjoy watching it?
No.
Why not?
Because I like tennis rallies.
Because you like tennis. You just said it.
No,
all in one. You like tennis.
Yeah, it's part of tennis.
It's part of tennis, but
my best part of my game's serving. So you're supposed to say that I'm supposed to hate tennis because I'm only good at serving.
Mate, we'll see what the people say. I'm pretty sure they'll agree with me on this one. That whole genre of tennis where you're literally smashing it down all the time. Who's the other guy? The American guy. Just as bad.
Don't pretend you don't know.
No, the other one. Riley Opelka. I can't stand him. Him and John Isner. There's a few others. Oh, it's so boring. It is boring. And you find it boring, like you say.
They're an acquired taste.
It is a skill in itself. You can't knock it. But at the end of the day, that is what their game is. Without that, they would not be a good tennis player.
Do you only not like it when they're playing each other? Or do you not like it when they're playing anybody?
I think... For me, when they're playing each other, it's even worse. Because the game will just be, it'll be 7-6, 6-7, 7-6.
Versus Isner, 70, what was it? 70-68 in the 5th set.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't even think Mahat's that big a server. But
no, he's not, but he was able to, clearly there was some...
I think Isner's just...
No, that's a crazy game, but would that game have ever happened if there wasn't one big server in the game? Because he was obviously be able to clear his serve quite comfortably, but on the other side, he wasn't able to deal with the other guy's serve.
It's true.
So that just shows, literally, it sums up my point about Isner. Not a big fan.
What about Federer versus Roddick in the Wimbledon final?
Mate, it's before my time.
You can't say that.
No, I'm too young for these ones.
Federer versus.
No, I remember
it was one of the longest Wimbledon final, and not in. It was the longest number of games.
What year is this? Oh, really?
No,
No, I thought it was before
2009. Yeah, so he went 16-14 in the final set.
Oh, all right.
Against
And what was this,
Roddick.
Wimbledon, you say?
Yeah, and
Final.
Yeah, in the final. So Roddick was.
Mate, Roddick was unreal.
He lost the final to Federer twice in 2004, 2005, and then again in 2009. But he
Them
came
years
so
though,
close.
Federer was just. He went for a good spell. I think he won quite a few in a row, didn't he?
That just and then you think, is that an exciting final? It probably was quite exciting because you never know.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Federer's going to be able to return the serve.
Mate, Roddick was he really that much of a big server, Roddick?
He had the fastest serve in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, what was his miles per hour?
What?
It's nowhere near
Well.
nowhere near like the Felix. Felix is a bit different, actually. I'm not going to put him in the same
Roddick's
category as
fastest
John.
serve was 155 miles an hour.
That was his fastest, but he
Yeah.
was averaging more like 140.
143 is his average.
Yeah, and the other guy, what's it, isn't it? To be fair, that is very impressive.
155.
But Roddick was a different case. Like, he was a tennis player as well as a big server. He was a big server, but he could play tennis. Like, he was talented.
Whereas now,
Mate,
his
his forehand,
fastest serve
honestly.
is by Sam Groff at 163.7
He's got a
miles
beard,
an
didn't
hour.
he?
So that's it's probably the difference in what? That's six years difference though. So you look at the difference in years, the difference in rackets, the difference in.
Well, that's what they did say. That's one of the biggest impacts on why they're able to serve so fast.
Yeah, I agree.
But it doesn't bring the fact that, mate, I don't like John Isner or the other guy
Well,
at all. Big John, Big
I still
Steve.
think that Opelka's. I still think he's got amazing ground shots. I still think he can.
Yeah, that game we watched, to be fair,
there's a lot of power in his ground shots.
No, I was just anti him because I was betting against the other guy.
Well, exactly. You can't let your betting sway whether you like a player or not.
Mm.
It's just. I think he's just not consistent on his, and he doesn't really have. Opelka's backhand was a bit non-existent, so he just tries to run around it, and if he hits a forehand, it tends to be close to a winner.
Yeah. So let's talk about the other ones today. So the ATP Cup in general.
Yes.
What is your actual feelings on it? Because I'll tell you mine from the bat. I think the whole team sort of layout, the same as they do with the what's it called one.
Are we talking about the?
It's countries, aren't they? They're all
Australia ATP Cup now.
Yeah, that one, yeah. But it's very much similar to say the what's it called where they do all the nations together recently.
What, the Davis Cup?
The Davis Cup. It's the same format, right?
I don't think so.
It's similar.
What? Are they doing? No, because they're doing.
Yeah, it's nations.
What, for this ATP Cup?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's all literally like, so it's like France.
But they're not doing, the final set isn't a tie-break set, it's a regular set. So it's not the same.
Oh, not quite, but it's still the same. It's
No,
the
but
same.
that was
It follows
the
the same consensus that it's all like
What was
it's
that
nationalities fighting against
What was
each
the
other.
other cup that was first to 4 games? And there's
Oh, that was the young generation ATP tournament.
Okay.
That was a silly game. It was sets for like first to 4 games wins the set or something, wasn't it?
Who won that?
That was the one Sinner won.
Sinner, that's it.
Yeah,
Yannick.
Sinner beat. What's his name? Was
Yannick.
doing well. ADM.
Italy's
Good old
new breed.
Mate, Sinner, I'm a massive fan. I think 2020 could be his year.
How
Like,
old
he
is
could really.
20?
I think he's 19, 20, yeah, young guy, yeah. But he's honestly
Wow.
such talent. I think he can really go far. Like I was telling you the story about a tennis coach who was watching him. Like my tennis coach, he was like, he was with his dad, and they were sitting in the stadium. And they were just talking about his game, and then literally, they're such a humble sort of. They're such a nice family. Like not really. You know, like sometimes in tennis, you have the stereotype of people that are quite upper class individuals,
Well,
a bit
that's
posh,
what it's like.
stuck up.
Most of it's like that.
Yeah, but this guy's very much working class. He just trains his ass off. I'm not saying that others don't. I'm just saying like it's very much like
Imagine it's a
he's
bit-
just such a really nice working class, genuine guy. He loves his tennis, puts in ridiculous amount of effort. Family man, really, really. Honestly, I wish him well. Honestly, I think he's going to do really well. He's obviously got a lot of support from his family.
I think he's going to go far.
Yeah, I think he trains in Switzerland now. So he doesn't even train in Italy.
With anybody in particular?
Well, I'm not sure now. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's a great hopeful, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, it's in a bit of an era where it's difficult to break through with the likes of, obviously, the famous three, and then you've got.
They're dropping away now, though. I think.
Oh, you say that, but we won all the Grand Slams last year.
Yeah, but they're getting closer. It's been a clear cut, and now Medvedev's
I think for the last over 20 years, literally all four slams have been won by the same guys.
And I still think Djokovic, if he's on form, is to lose it, other than the French.
Yeah, mate. I don't know. Nadal, don't dismiss him. Right? But that's for another day. We'll talk about them guys another time. Let's talk about this tournament for the moment. And I think for me, back to what I was saying originally, this whole like nation thing. Don't get me wrong, it's great morale. Sometimes I've seen it at the events. It looks like it's great atmosphere. Everyone's getting behind them. But I personally just don't enjoy it as much as I would do, say, people in their individual competitions playing for themselves, playing against. I know they're doing singles and stuff, but it's not the same, is it? They're playing for their nation rather than themselves.
Yeah.
I like tennis to be the selfish element. I like people playing for themselves.
Selfish person.
Yeah.
So,
the kindest person you know.
What are your thoughts? There's some games coming up tonight. We've got the WTA, the women's Auckland, New Zealand qualification. You've got one of your favourites here, Bibiane Schoofs. She's up against Hibby from Japan.
Now,
I think.
Is it now Hibby?
I think so. Yeah. Tough one to call. It looks like Hibby's in amazing form. Won her last 4 straight, and
it's on hard, right?
I think it's all hard at the moment. It's on hard court. Yeah, I think she looks like the one to take it. To be honest, she's in the form.
Yeah.
Not beating.
Mate,
amazing.
Let's be honest. It's a nothing game. No one really cares.
It's qualification, but yeah.
What is this for the Australian Open?
No one cares because it's women's tennis. Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're trying to say?
I love women's tennis.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant.
Which was the last one you watched?
To be fair, I only watched the slams.
Yeah.
But
which was the last live game you watched of women's?
Last live game. I saw a bit of. I forget her name now. It was at Wimbledon. I was at Wimbledon this year.
All right.
With yourself.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember.
Yeah. Well, you have a few Stellas, so I'm not sure if you do.
Yeah, a couple.
But no, there was that Spanish lady. I forget her name now, but she was brilliant. Saw a bit of that.
Carla Suarez Navarro.
Yeah, that's the one. You know, she's good. Yeah, saw a bit of her. But no, to be honest, I don't watch loads of it. But I think it is good. Yeah.
I think it's more interesting now. Andreescu's on the scene.
Well, we love her, don't we? She's amazing.
She's the standout player of 2019 in the women's game.
Yeah. She's just so good. She's just so.
Whereas before,
she's so versatile with every shot. She's able to like. It's hard to beat
Serena, and now there's or maybe Osaka if she turns up.
Yeah, but Osaka's. She's so hit and miss.
But
she's world number 1 for a long time.
She's number 1 for a reason. She beat Andreescu recently, so she on her day she can beat anybody.
She's got the capability with her to be 5-1 down and still win the set 7-5, and not many people can do that. Serena can. She has that in her. There's a lot of people who she's quite good. However, on the flip side, you could say that she's not, because she can be 5-1 up and lose 7-5 as well. So she's one of them, just very much hit and miss. If she can get more consistent, she is a brilliant rounded tennis player.
If you manage to get her at evens or over, then take it. But other than that,
I avoid her off my slip still. I can't be dealing with the stress going through the day, knowing that anything's possible.
So who do we have?
Mate, it's rude. We can't ignore one of the main women.
Yeah, true.
Who is she?
What? One of the main women.
One of the main ones we've just literally left off that list we're just talking about. One of the most talented women of 2019.
The Tig.
Not the Tig. Tig's just come back.
Yeah, but she came back with a bang. She's been smashing.
Explain to him who the Tig is.
Well, she was away injured for quite a long period of time, and then she.
What's her name? Maria.
Yeah, hang on.
Maria Patricia.
Hibby. Well,
Patricia.
Looks like she just went off
Patricia
injured
Tig.
against Hibby recently.
Oh god, she'll be out for another year.
Yeah,
We'll have to get back on her in 2021.
Yeah, Patricia Maria Tig.
That's the one.
And yeah, well, her form's not great recently. Lost 5 in a row, but
no. But anyway, the main woman, Ashley Barty.
yeah, Barty.
Oh, you just completely ignored her, yeah?
I know.
She was the.
I think it's because I don't like her. I don't know why I don't like her. She just doesn't. She's like a little bulldog around the court. Do you know what I mean?
No, I love her, man. I love her. I'm a massive fan.
She seems like she's a bit of a bully.
I think you're forgetting January to like June.
Yeah, I think so.
You're only thinking from the latter part of the year.
I've-
The first part, I think she literally won every game. Andreescu won the US Open.
Yeah, Andreescu won.
That was a good game.
I don't know what it is. I'm probably.
Yeah, no, you're missing. That's what I'm saying. I think
she just dropped off towards the end of the year a little bit. She lost to Burton.
you got too much of a short-term memory, mate.
She lost to Madlenovic last, so that's not really the.
Guess that happens when you get a bit older.
Does
You
it?
get things, didn't you?
A little bit. Oh, she did have a storming run there.
That's what I'm saying. Look at that. I was like January to June. Mate, it's rude not to mention her.
Yeah, lost to Halep.
She's probably watching this.
She only loses to the bet. Number 1 fan.
Yeah.
Not anymore after I've slagged her off. Right. But anyway, yeah. Give her a due. Maybe she just had a good year. Maybe she's there for the long haul. She's 23. She's not going
she's young. She's up there.
But
for me, this year it's going to be
Andreescu.
her, Andreescu, Serena Williams. She's you can't really dismiss her yet. She's a fighter. She's a winner. She's done it, been there, done it. She's always capable
she's
of
not
pulling
going to
something
be
off.
scared of the Grand Slam.
Osaka,
The finals.
can't dismiss.
Yeah, I agree.
And I hope there's going to be a few others. I like Svitolina, good player on her day.
Bit up and down for me.
The Spit.
The Plisk.
The Plisk, Caroline Plisk. Not the sister.
I have to get used to all of these nicknames as well, which come up for it.
Yeah, we've got a nickname for all of them.
The Plisk. Kvit.
The Kvit.
Yeah.
Yeah, her wrist is gone though.
But
Kvit.
let's move back, unfortunately, not to be sexist, to the upcoming men's tennis tomorrow. Oh,
No.
I say tomorrow. It says it's at midnight.
Wait, talk about the Doha one. Let's talk about Doha. That's what I want to talk about.
Well, we've got some other games coming up.
Forget the ATP Cup. I'm not a fan. It's good, but it's all about the
Not a
nations.
fan.
It's like
That's
it's not the
just-
Olympics.
It's been
It's boring.
dismissed because we're not a
No,
fan
but
of
the
it.
Olympics is fun. But come on, it's just like
Well, so
no
you just
one.
want actual. This is still an ATP event.
It's still an ATP event, but yeah,
It's
no,
got-
we can talk. We spoke
Look at
about
that
it. But,
big match.
mate, Doha's when the ATP
Nadal
kicks off.
versus
Mate.
Bashashvili.
Yeah, will Nadal even care?
I don't know.
He'll beat Bashashvili easy anyway.
You got no, that was cancelled. Garin versus Monfils. That's a decent.
That'll be
matchup.
exciting.
Hubert Hurkacz
Oh, yeah.
versus Schwartzman.
Listen.
Look at that for a
Listen,
match.
listen,
You're
listen.
ruling out all of these matches. I can't believe you.
Mate,
And you want to go down there to the Doha
Yeah,
matches?
Doha's when it starts for me. That's the excitement.
Vesely versus Karlovic. Is this
So
the,
no, Doha's where that's where it all kicks off.
Your most exciting.
No, that's where it all kicks
Karlovic.
off. Have a look at the draw.
I'm
It's
looking
brilliant.
at it.
We'll get the draw up on the screen for you, so you can have a little look.
Yeah, have a look
But
at this. Davidic Fokina.
well, that's literally why I want to talk about it. For that
versus
guy alone.
Liga. What is this in the no, it's hard court though.
Any gamblers out there, back whatever you've got on Fokina. No, he's doing it against Major.
He probably will. Mega's not great on hard.
We watched that Mega,
Yeah.
however you say it,
Yeah,
Mega
yeah.
against who's the other Italian guy?
Think of it.
Macora. Remember? And Macora beat him.
Who was the other guy who was doing great on clay at the end of last?
No, that was hard. That
No,
tournament.
but I can't remember the guy's name. What was his name? Say Both Wild.
Oh right, yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
I want to see if he's still in the same form this year.
Yeah, well, when it comes to clay, I'm sure he'll be there. He's a real talent. I think he's quite young
Your
as well.
favourite Caruso is playing Salvatore
He's against the same on hard.
Against Barrera. Oh, that'd be a tough match.
Yeah, that's very close, I think.
Be interesting though.
I kind of fancy Caruso, actually.
Yeah, surprised. Shocked that he would go for him.
Yeah, I do like it.
Montero's on. Oh, that's hardcore as well.
That's the thing.
Against a nobody as well. So
no, I think that's the wild card he's playing.
that'd be interesting. Popperin versus Dzuma. I don't know how you say that. Dzuma. Damir. Yeah.
You've got to let it roll.
Fancy. I don't know. Actually, looking at the latest results, possibly no. Popperin probably, but no. I don't know. It's a bit too tough to call.
What's it? Popperin versus her?
Dzuma or Dzuma? Zuma.
I'll go for the Pop.
He's beaten, but he's better people.
No, but it's very, very tight. But
look, Dzuma beat Rusevori 2-0. Another name that you'll become very, very familiar with.
Yeah, say it right then. It's the Rus.
The Rus. Rusevori.
Finland's finest.
Beat Kolar, who was on a good run, and Kukush, the Kukushkin. Kukush. For sure. Yeah, but Kukush went out injured.
Yeah, he's been injured a bit.
Yeah, so Lucas Lacko though, that's a
struggling.
decent player as well though. Look, so he's beaten some good competition.
Mate, pull up the draw.
I've got the draw. Is that it?
First seed. Not even mentioned him.
Martin.
Good old Martin
against
Kuksewicz.
Gerasimov as well.
Yeah, that's tough. That is tough.
That's not the best draw for him in the first round.
I can't really call that one at all. Obviously,
Yeah.
I think Gerasimov's probably favourite.
Well,
I doubt. I don't know because he's the first seed.
Martin's
At the end of
beaten
the
him
day.
the last 2 times. They didn't even want to set off Martin yet.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see who's the favourite in that. I don't think there's odds on there yet, is there?
No, none yet. But that'd be interesting. And then
No, that's a good game.
probably the winners of
I see it going 3 sets, but
Vesely or Karlovic. Probably
Karlovic. Let's not even talk about him. He's another one of the, isn't there?
Vesely, I reckon, has a good chance now.
Karlovic.
I know.
How can we ignore him?
I
Another
don't know.
one. Boring.
I know.
Boring.
Right. Oh. And the qualification for the WTA Brisbane, Australia, we got Cabrera. She's up.
Wow. Good
It's
on Lizzie.
another one I got my arm. Cabrera.
You got a girlfriend or what?
Yeah, she's 132 in the world now. Moved up the ranks. So she went on what was that? Before she lost against Sanders.
That's right. Alex would have switched off by now anyway. She doesn't care.
She wouldn't have switched on. For tennis chat. God.
Hey, she's had enough of your voice.
Yeah, she went on about 14.
Yeah,
match
and who told you
winning.
about her? Do you remember? Another little gem I pulled out.
Yeah, you
Brought her into
dropped-
work.
You did, but
Is
then
Lizzie.
you ignored her.
No, I got on
Samsonova,
quite a bit.
yeah. Sanders is down there as well against Flink.
I don't know if she is.
Nicolescu, that's another one.
Slice.
The queen of the slice forehand.
We saw her at Wimbledon.
Yeah,
didn't we?
yeah, she was
She
very
was just
good.
slicing it up.
Yeah. But anyway,
That's Doha.
we'll be back, I think, on the next episode discussing the results.
Yeah, and how right I was and how wrong you was.
Did we give our predictions?
Oh, come on. It's all recorded. It's all on,
Alright,
mate.
well, let's see who actually was right after the weekend. See you next week.